Hey everybody, it's Lynn Renee McDonald here in Virginia Beach for Practical Spirituality Live. Got an awesome big piece of sage, California white sage, my favorite. Great for super high vibrational beings to use for clearing. One of the reasons I like this particular sage is because it smells the best for me. I feel it 110% for me. Some people like Palo Santo. Some people like different incenses to clear. Some people use sprays. Some people use oils. Some people use stones. And some people like me, I like to use almost always well, this is always my favorite, but because it's one that resonates with me the most. So it's fantastic for super high vibers. But in terms of you on a personal level, there are exceptions to everybody's rules. In other words, there's exceptions to a law of universe in earth world reality. And this law of universe in earth world reality lets you is a particular vibration in earth world, right? So when you have sage, you feel what is called in for you based on you where you vibrate here within earth world, your balance, what works best for you, and you know what it is by what you feel called into, right? One of the first times I ever experienced sage is when I was going to a place and I walked in and somebody had saged before, and I walked in and I went, oh, it feels so good in here, right? Because somebody had saged the whole room, the whole house, everything, right? And when I walked in, it just cleared the energy right off of me. So today we're going to talk a little bit about sage. You see me doing it all the time. My favorite is California white sage. Everybody is different. It's about what you feel in your heart, what you're called into is the best sage for you. There is no wrong. There is no right. It is what is best for you at the vibration space you're in with love energy and what you want to clear off of you as well. So there's many different reasons, but this is my all-time particular favorite. But it doesn't mean that I don't use other things. Sometimes I use bunches of things, right? Depending on what it is. But this one is one of my faves. And I'm trying to get it to burn right now here for us today. But so today I want to talk to you, all you guys, about sage and what it does and why I use it. So you all get an idea for anybody out there who doesn't know what sage is. This is what it looks like. It's California white sage. I usually break it down into pieces. This is a big chunk of it. All right, this is what I got at my office. Okay, right now today, one of my offices here, I have this big chunk here. Now, normally, the one that I usually get comes all tied up like this to give you an idea, okay? And as you can see, it's got this little string on it right here, right? But first, I'm just going to clear myself because this is how you do it. You just light up your sage, all right? And let me just get this really, really burning. I always use my lighter and I get it going, and then I have a traditional ashtray. I keep one in one office, one at my house. I keep pieces of sage in my car because everywhere you go, you get energy on you, especially if you're particularly gifted and you read energy and you're empathic in any way, shape, or form. And the truth is, we all are, whether we consciously realize it or not. We're all part of love energy that is God. Some of us are stuck in or are in earth world beliefs, depending on what our mission here is in our souls, what we choose to be, do, and create in our lives and who we are. So one of the things I do all the time is use sage to clear the energy off of me. Now, like I said, the first time I experienced using sage, I walked into a house where they were using it. They had just finished up, and I was like, oh my God, it feels so great in here. Because what it does is clears all the crap off of you. Because when you go places, you pick up other people's energy. It's like crazy, right? And I'm just like, oh my God. So when I had all this garbage on me, like I ride down the highway, I get tons and tons of yuck, tons and tons of other people's energy, right, on me, right? I'll drive down the road and then I'll be like, heart attack. What the fuck is that? I'm picking up on some car that I just cruised by, or somebody that I just drove by, or a house that was right over here and the person was in there. I'm picking up on their energy, fear of heart attack, or somebody's in a bad mood, or all of a sudden I'm coming from somewhere and I'm like, my energy, all of a sudden I feel sick to my stomach, or I just don't feel right. Many times I'll be driving down the road, right? And I'll be like, what the fuck is wrong with me now? And I'll pick up a bunch of things, one after the other, and I'm like, okay, God, I'm like, we need to stop this shit. And one of the ways that you can help us and help yourself to be free of this happening to you, this crazy getting other people's energy on you, because it happens when we go to parties, when we go to events, when we go to different places where there's different earth world energy vibrations, all right? Because everything is energy, okay? But here in earth world, okay, like when I'm driving, all right, I'll drive by and people get in their head spaces and they're thinking about stuff, and you drive by them, you'll pick up their stuff. Or, a really good example is when I get on an airplane. I'll get on an airplane to fly to like Iowa like last week, and all of a sudden we'll hit some turbulence, plane's going along, and all of a sudden I get these fucking bizarre thoughts. I'm like, we're gonna die. Oh my God, we're gonna die. What if we crash? All these crazy fucking thoughts come in, and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not thinking these thoughts. I'm not feeling these thoughts. These are the people, the fears of the plane, of the people in the plane around me. So I'm picking up on that crazy shit. What is that? It's their emotions, their energy, their stuff. And when you're in that energy, you can feel it, you can read it. Now you can either go, oh my God, I'm freaking out. And then you can buy into their energy, or you can do things like sage to get the crap off of you. And you can also simultaneously at the same time do what I always teach: ask source to clear, heal, and change this in you. Let me be free of having other people's stuff on me. Let me be in the best mood. Give me the best way to see this. And let us be free of the plane crashing and all this unwellness that everybody's thinking of. Thank you, God, for clear healing and changing that in me. If I got any of that in me, let me be free of all of that. And then I can sage too. But of course, I can't do that on a plane, but as soon as I can, I will. But that's why you can use oils and sprays, right? Because you can just spray just a little bit, put the spray on you so you get the crap off of you. But you can always talk to spirit to get the energy that is unhealthy, unbehooving, and toxic to you off. So you don't feel miserable, you don't employ other people's unwell belief systems, and you don't buy into it. And then you're not freaking out about, is this my stuff? Oh my God, I think I'm going to die. I think I'm going to have a heart attack. I think I'm going to have a migraine. I think the plane's going to crash. Oh my God, I think I just drove by this guy and he's fucking full of road rage and he wants to kill me. And, there's all kinds of crazy shit that we pick up in our environment, in our energy, It's just amazing, amazing stuff. So you can sage outside your home. So there's lots of tools that you can use to keep energy either in and out of your home, all right? And as well as get rid of the stuff that comes in, all right? So you can use sage. Like I said, you can use sage. You can use different kinds of stones. You can use, incenses, sprays, oils, and most importantly, talk to spirit. You don't know what's happening to you. You don't know what it is. You ask source. Because I remember the first time I got on the plane to fly somewhere, during one, as I started to voyage around more and more further away and all around the country, I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, I don't feel like I'm going to crash. I wasn't even thinking about crashing in the plane, but I can pick up everybody's thoughts in there. And I'm like, okay, I fucking have a problem. I need this to go away. So the first thing I do is, okay, God, boom, 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 boom. Let me be free of this now, please, in the best way for me and all, or something better. And any fears that I have in my soul, whether I'm consciously aware of them or not, let me be free of all those now, please, too, in the best way for me and all, or something better. And thank you, God, for that for me. So you clear out your stuff and always work with God or love. But these things, such as sage, are fantastic tools in earth world reality, okay? Because today I want to kind of stick to sage. So, because this is like one of my faves that I use all the time. It's a plant, right? It's a plant. So I use this all the time. So I want to make sure that you guys know about it because you see me using it all the time. It's a fantastic tool right away. Of course, I can't burn sage on a plane. I always do my best to try to carry some as long as it's not an issue with customs or wherever I'm going. And I always pray on everything, whatever I need. Okay, God, thanks for the best flight. Thanks for my sage and my lighter and everything I got with me, my jewelry. So thanks for me keeping my jewelry on. Thanks for me not having to get strip searched or patted down or whatever the hell they call it at the airport and do at the airport, right? Thanks for me having all the tools that I need. So you create your reality when you travel, when you go anywhere. And so again, that's just a little reminder of that. So when you buy sage, I want to talk about sage today because it's my favorite. It is my favorite energy clearing thing. Before my boss comes into my office, all right, what do? I take the door, all right, and I sage the door. I sage the entranceway, or I sage my office, okay? And I sage me. And the biggest thing I do is I ask Love to handle it when I hear his truck pull up, and I ask Love to speak through me and take care of this, so I'm free of any unwell. And thank you, God, for that for me. So these are great tips and tools for you, all right? So you can sage, okay? And the other thing I do to protect me too is I have these fantastic angels, right? See them? Okay, I had a client, a client here in my one job in my office give me this this elderly woman who I fucking love. She's just amazing. She's a character though. She's a Scorpio and she can get a little on the vindictive, shitty side, but I do love her. There's just something about her heart. She's so deep and passionate, you know, and Scorpios are an interesting, super intuitive, gifted people. They can be so lovely, but in their unwellness, they can be toxic as well. But the bottom line is I love this woman. She's great. And so one day, I think it was around Christmas time, she gave me two angels, this one and this one. I think she left it for my sister. I don't know if they still work here. I'm going to see if I can, but the light that doesn't light up anymore. She gave them to me and my sister. But what Spirit told me